Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars week 96, day 5. Gosh, we are getting so close to the almighty week 100. so close. What month would that be then? Because that's approximately 4 months from now. So that would be June, July, June. Yeah, June. But yeah, June should be like late June. Should end up being or like mid to late June, because each month's like kind of 4 weeks, but you know, slightly not exactly 4 weeks. But whereas Guild Wars exactly 4 weeks intervals. But yeah, pretty close. Sometime in June should be the 100th Guild War. I can't believe that number is already so big. I still remember the first one, the one we actually won. If I'm not mistaken, we only made first place once ever, and it was the very first Guild War. We made really high in a lot of the really early dozen or two first Guild Wars. Though I believe we only made first once or twice, and one of those times being the very first one, all the way back at the beginning of it all. But anyways, we're currently, I believe, the top of bracket 5 right now, which isn't horrible. Never mind, we're slightly lower than the top of bracket 5, but we're still probably moving up to bracket 4. So slight movement, and then we'll move immediately back down probably. But we're kind of like in this little middle area right here between 4 and 5 at the moment. We're not really like ultra try-harding it. Speaking of which, we're probably going to be reworking our entire purple team and to see what happens. So currently, this is what we have set. We have a Thrall. Oh, I kind of want to use that though. That's fun. Life and Death Weaver is actually pretty fun, especially against Life and Death Weaver. You just realized what team he's using. I definitely have to use this team now. We got to use Life and Death Weaver against Life and Death Weaver. That's just too funny. That is rather hilarious. But it's ourself. We can't run Graveseer though because the color restriction. Obviously, we got to go pure purple because it's Purple Guild War Day, whereas he can use anything he wants on his defend team, which allows him to build it a little bit differently. But yeah, let's do it because it's funny. We'll just stick with this team. We're not going to rework this one. This kind of already is a reworked team. This is not normally what would run on a purple day. But, you know, mess with Life and Death Weaver and just see how it goes. It's a pretty safe option, if nothing else. Life and Death Weaver is really good at just not dying. It's just not necessarily good at winning ultra quick. I almost feel like using Life and Death one slot down just to kind of counter. However, we should get enough damage down. That shouldn't really matter. As long as we kill his Weaver before he kills our Weaver. If he kills our Weaver beforehand, that's going to be a little problematic. We could also go for magic here. As much as I might want cleanse, it is actually way better to go for damage here. I almost want to go all in on damage. But we do not have a mana start because you normally would run 50% mana start to all elves. But obviously you can't because that is a different color for the Guild War Day. So we have to go down a 20% route. So we will have to sacrifice a little bit of valuable magic in this fight for the other utility. Also, I keep checking the mail. I hate that so much. Whenever there's a vault event or whenever there's an arena event and the mail's not claimed for the thing, because I like holding it till the end, it keeps blinking and I click on it so often thinking that it is something. Also, I just realized we haven't really been poking the world event this week. I'm probably like nearly at the bottom of my guild. I am literally at the bottom of my guild. Whoops. We're already done with it though. I kind of forgot that it existed. Oh, we got an orange orb. Fortunately a bad one. Anyways, let's go do Guild Wars already. We'll do a Life and Death Weaver. Also, we've won every Guild War day, which is kind of surprising given that... oh yeah, what guild are we up against today? The Big Boom? They are kind of in the middle. Anyways, let's go fight them. Let's double check that it is indeed Purple Day. Also, I accidentally put on the correct shirt this morning. I actually forgot that it was Purple Guild War Day, but I actually like subconsciously knew. Because I knew, of course, because we were discussing and everything last night. So I like subconsciously knew it was Purple Day, but I didn't like actively this morning choose a purple shirt, realizing that it actually is Purple Day. It just happened to happen, which is kind of convenient. Because I was checking the color thing earlier, and it's like, oh, I already put on the right shirt. Because I was going to switch it if it wasn't already the right one. But apparently I subconsciously chose the correct one, which is very convenient. Let's see. I'll take that down. Explode. Could take it to green as well, though I mostly just want to get the kill secure there. We'll go for the other true damage right over there. Actually, do we need that? Yeah, we'll just let him do his thing. Get a Life and Death first. Oh no! Oh, that's annoying. Because now he's going to make it so both of them are kind of in the back there. That is slightly annoying. He's not in kill range right now either. Your 5-0 streak broke yesterday. No, what did it break to? Let me guess. Book? You died to book. Double empower book. Like there's a 90% chance I'm right with the team that you faced. You died to double empower book, correct? What did you die to? Let's see, throw a Weaver down. Luckily, no resummon. Great to see. As long as you don't die to that Death Mark, which just got cleansed. Perfect. I'm going to do it this way just so we get some explodes at the end. I'm not sure if that's going to help the points that much, but it will do something. Also, I didn't even say hello. I hope all of you have been having a wonderful, wonderful weekend so far. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Peter. Hello, Gadget. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mark Joey. Hello, Roman. Hello, Gimli. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Gadget. Hello, Rogue. I'm repeating some. Hello, Hung. Hello, Supernova. Got your luck in your Guild Wars today? Nice. Congrats. 9,500 points on Xbox. Congrats, congrats. Hello, Genki again. Hello, who did I miss? Hello, David. And hello, everyone who hasn't said hello. Welcome, welcome. Always great to have the lurkers as well. It's kind of funny because as I've noticed, I've been like kind of peeking into some other streams. I like never talk to any of the chats. I just go like pure lurk mode. Which I assume is some of the people who also watch me. Who watch like somewhat regularly, but they always just lurk in the shadows. Because I've noticed as I've been like catching a few streams here and there for various things, that's literally all I do. Like there's some that I might see like multiple times, yet never comment a single time in the chat. Let's see. I'll throw that down. Mostly because I have it on for background noise, mostly, more so than anything. Let's see, we'll throw that down. And then we have exact damage to kill, because he has no spell reduction. And it was to the book, yeah. Generally, if anyone's dying, it's going to be the book. Most likely double empower book. Though there are a few other things. This Queen Beatrix could just loop forever if it wants to. It likely won't, but it can. And that's the scary part. Like, it's very unlikely just going to infinitely loop out of nowhere. But it's also not impossible that it will just loop until we're dead. There is a possibility beyond 0% that we will just die to it infinite looping. Purple to green is safe. Yellow to green is exceedingly not safe. To such a degree, I almost have to just destroy the board in hopes that something good happens. Because it's just that bad of a situation. Yellow to green is not as bad. Purple to green is bad, but not the end of the world. So we'll go for Death Mark here. We'll then probably go for Web. So that's a lot of mana, but it's not enough for him to go too crazy. He doesn't even have full mana. Oh, he is about to start doing Beatrix, though. However, Beatrix only gets cleansed if it actually secures extra turn. So this will substantially lower its damage, and if it doesn't land extra turn, which it didn't, no cleanse. Which is exactly what we wanted to see. We'll then go take that over, get a big destroy, and then we're pretty much just good to go. We throw down a Weaver there. If he'll let me. Okay, good. And even if he did, he was still disabled. And we won. Let's throw down a nice little poke. I'll do a little convert. I didn't even really double check to see if it had alignment. It really doesn't matter at this point. It's not even feeding into anything at this point either. And now we just kill it with whatever gets full mana. And apparently that will be Weaver or a Skull. That works too. You think the books are worse than goblins? Oh yeah, they're crazy. The biggest thing that makes books really annoying to tackle is not even that they could loop a little bit, but the fact that they're getting mana drain the entire time. Because they 2 mana drain the entire enemy team. Because they a mana drain based on the color. So like purple book will have 2 mana drain to all enemies that are purple. But your entire team is purple, so it's going to get 2 mana drain on everything. If it'll ever get there, it has another one right over here. If it'll ever load in, this one right over here. I drain 2 mana from all purple enemies. Like, that's the most annoying thing on all the books. The fact that they drain 2 mana from basically your entire team over and over again, which makes it so nothing has full mana. You can kind of get past this ever so slightly with Mistralis if they only cast once. However, there's a lot of situations where books will cast multiple times, so not even enchant can necessarily perfectly counter it. That's one way to like partially counter it if it happens to only get 1 cast. Though more often it gets more than 1 cast. So right off the bat, luckily... Oh, no, he is double in power. What's to be expected? Obviously, he's double in power. Is that even in question? We're the book team. Let's see. He has blue to purple and yellow to purple. Blue to purple misses. Yellow to purple also misses. Oh, no, blue to purple doesn't actually miss, but I can make it miss. Oh, no, he cascaded full mana. No! No! We're dead. We're still in this. We're still in this. Ever so barely. We got this. We're just going to get a web spinner first slot and then tear him apart. He'll get skull distracted. Okay, we're fine. This is very doable. So we threaten on life and death. We then hit Weaver. We then get a web spinner in first slot. No! I wanted a giant... No! I wanted a web spinner there, not a giant spider. We still win, but that's an unfortunate summon. Like, it's still going to help us. But I'd rather have a web spinner there. Wait, we already won. Let's do this. And as long as we extra turn here, which we did, we do it again, and then we won. Why is his stats so low? His stats seemed really, really low. I'm not sure why. Maybe he forgot to buy the bonuses? Or just his normal stuff? I'm not sure. His stats seemed really, really low. Like, compared to these are, like, decently beefy stats. But for, like, the second in command in a guild, that guy had really, really low stats. So there's another Empower book. Oddly enough, Mithrilian as the tank. We're not really hitting you with skulls, so we don't really care about what Mithrilian does that much. We're also killing from the back up, so it's basically going to do nothing. That's a bit of a weird choice for a first slot. I wish Mithrilian was a little bit more viable. It's overall pretty underwhelming. Problem. I do not have enough to kill you, do I? No. You have yellow to purple and blue to purple. Both are exceedingly bad, so we'll just clear the board and hope something good happens. That is still really bad. Problem is we don't have any automatic extra turn on this team. So unless we want to risk it, we just have to board clear again and hope we get a better board. So we want a web immediately. You don't have any kind of status effects that would kind of get in our way. I could also try getting Skull Distract down. Blue to purple is really devastating. If yellow to purple misses, which it currently does, I might actually just go for it and hope he goes for yellow to purple. So I'm going to web him here. This is a really risky move. He didn't go for it. Okay, that's interesting. I can life and death kill one of them. However, that's kind of the one I want to cast. So I'm actually going to board clear, hope we get lucky. And then we'll just Weaver him again. And we're basically just good to go. Also, why does it feel like we have more damage than normal? Am I going crazy? Why does it feel like our magic is so high all of a sudden? I don't recall it ever cycling this easily. Though in all fairness, we're not up against any of the spell reduction hero classes. They've all been running like Thief or something. Which, with how this team functions, is actually not that bad overall. You don't have spell reduction, do you? Oh yeah, you do that. You have a lot of spell reduction. 50%. It's skull reduction that you don't have, but spell reduction you have like a billion of. So let me poke it. If I could ever stop getting extra turns, that'd be great. There we go. Oh, I still have an extra turn. Gosh, how many more extra turns do you want? I'm about to just kill him with the cast at this point. It just will not stop giving me extra turns. Okay, I think that's all of them, finally. Let me go do that. And then we just kill it with Weaver so we get the mana, and then we won. Yeah, that went really smooth. Oddly enough, I don't think that's 9,500 though. It feels like 9,400. Yep, 9,434. That's what I thought. So a little under 9,500, which is where it seemed like it was going to be, and that's exactly where it was. So yeah, that seems about right. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the score. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a perfect week because we lost on the very first day. I think this is a perfect week except on day one, which is so unfortunate. Because we're probably going to go 5-0 again tomorrow, but then we lost. I have not gotten a perfect week of Guild Wars in such an absurdly long time. It has been like a year and a half now. I just cannot get a perfect week. Like any strategy we do, we keep getting like one day that just keeps losing. Though in all fairness, I think every single person in my guild has lost one day. Let's see, they lost twice. Let's see, has everyone lost at least once? I feel like it has. So that's a lot of 4-1s. Let's see. I'm not seeing a single one with all straight 5-0s. There's always like that one loss. And it's been happening to me for the last year now as well. Yeah, it seems like it's the entire guild as well at the moment. But I just cannot get a perfect 5-0 week. It's been over a year. We will. Hopefully it'll be on the 100th Guild War. if not earlier. But that'd be really funny if we could do it on the 100th Guild War. A perfect straight 5 zeros. Or at least 5 zeros. Though ideally all 6. Anyways, so we still have an arena event going on. Let's go clear out the other dailies because I haven't really poked at them yet. Nothing too special today, but every little bit of loot counts. So we'll go clear these out, then we'll go hand out the code, and the rest of the time we'll probably mess with arena. Probably do 3 arena runs. And then tomorrow night we might finish out whatever is left of arena. That or just ignore it. I might just take the 3. Just to get a little bit of arena in there, but not do like the entirety of the thing. Because I believe you get everything except the last orb. And honestly, one small orb for playing arena for a whole extra like half an hour to an hour, probably not worth it. The main resource we almost want is more so the writs that you end up getting there. Just because it forms part of a deed. Oh, what am I doing? I already have Phoenicia win. Come down to bracket 28. You will go 5-0 all week. True. Very true. We're actually moving up to bracket 4 most likely, so next Guild War will be even harder to win than this one. Assumably. I feel like bracket 1, 2, and 3 is when it starts getting really hard though. Bracket 4 and 5, you still sometimes have some really easy battles. Like, I think some of them today were kind of towards that easier side. Like, you can really notice the lower stats on some of them. Whereas in bracket 1, 2, or 3, you're pretty much going to be, especially bracket 1 or 2, you're going to be facing people with, like, absolute max stats. Like the exact stats we have. But with the ultra meta team set. Which some of them were still some pretty decent teams. But some of those book teams were structured a bit weird with how that guild was setting them up. Like, they definitely weren't optimal book teams. I do feel like you shouldn't run book every single Guild War day. Like, a lot of them can. I don't feel like every single day you should. And Purple Day definitely seems like one of those days where the team structures for them aren't as good. Mostly because there's already so many Empower Purples that the enemy can use on you. Or, you know, that you can use on offense on Purple Day. That it just makes it not as effective. Because the main benefit of Book is if you could outspeed your enemy. But there's so many quick ways that offensively on Purple Day you could build a team that has it. Particularly Leprechaun. Also, hello, Misty. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I sometimes miss having Guild Wars every single week. Like, I do feel like once a week is a little bit too often, though. Because that got really tiring after a little while. Yeah, we did that, we did that, we did that. What flash off are they trying to do? Oh, they're just trying to stuff some overpriced deeds. That sounds about right. So are we getting anything interesting in campaign next week? I don't think we are. We still got like a week or two before we get anything interesting. Because the Fool... Actually, it wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, the Fool is actually not useless. It jumbles the board, and then there's... Oh, and the enemy team. Yeah, this one might actually be the first tarot card that could actually see some use. Because it's a 6 mana cost brown that will jumble the board and jumble the enemy team. The most relevant thing there is that it also jumbles the enemy team, meaning that every single enemy on the opposing team will go to a different position than they already are. This for 6 mana cost might not be too bad. The biggest issue is it's not automatic extra turn. If it was, then it probably would actually be viable. The problem is there's a 7% chance it'll extra turn for each brown on the board. And let's say there's about 10 browns on the board. That's still only a 70% chance, which is about a 2 and 3. So on average, even at best odds, you're still going to be at around a 2 and 3 chance, meaning that is by no means every single time. However, that is still pretty nice. If that was 100% scramble, I could see that being actually, or, you know, 100% extra turn, I mean. It is 100% scramble, but it's only a, realistically about a 2 and 3 at any given time chance that it will actually extra turn. But if it was 100% consistent, I could see this being viable. The biggest issue is its inconsistency is going to make it not viable. Because even if it was 100% chance extra turn, its usability would still be super situational. But at not 100%, it's almost never going to be used. So it got really close to almost being viable. But it not having automatic extra turn is the biggest thing really holding it back. But all the tarot cards are like that, so kind of makes sense. Because it follows the theme of every other tarot card in the game. Anyways, let's go hand out a code and then we'll go mess with Arena. And go do a bunch of Arena. Also, hello, Bill! Welcome, welcome. Okay, let me go get you guys the code. Let me go open up the code section. I actually don't have it open at the moment. Okay, so we'll go cut the code, put it into 1 billion pieces. Click save so we know that we cut it into 1 billion pieces. Then we'll go cut it or paste it into the other section there. There it is. To the code section. Put that in there, put that in there, paste it in, copy the whole thing. Oops, I clicked refresh too quickly. I'm not sure if it actually gave me the loop. I'll check again. I think I refreshed like literally the exact first moment you possibly could for it to still be valid. That's kind of funny. Let's see. It was like a frame perfect refresh on accident. But there you guys go. There is the redeem code you use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Copy paste random numbers and letters starting with Z2. And it gives same order as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy everyone. Only usable on the PC mobile version of the game. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly, greatly appreciated for YouTube algorithm purposes. Anyways, let's go and do some arena then. So, arena. We're currently doing no repick. Ha! Centurion. I've actually never used Centurion in Guild Wars yet. Oh, you're playing Pokemon White too? Nice. I still haven't played most of those medium generations. Like, I stopped at Generation 4. And then tried Sword and Shield and then was super disappointed. And then I tried Pokemon Legends Arceus, and it's actually really good. We were streaming it yesterday. We'll be streaming again tomorrow. We're going to probably be doing it most weekends if we can. Shiny hunting Saturday, shiny Sundays, shiny weekends. At least initially, anyways. I'm not sure if we're going to keep doing it. But we will for some amount of time. Anyways, do we take this? I'm not sure how viable he'd be in arena. 10% chance to devour a random enemy, plus 10% for each wild card. However, there's initially no wild cards because there's no way we can do it off his trait because he has no trait in Guild Wars. And then he converts all skulls to 2 times wild cards. I'm going to do it just because we can. I'm just really curious to see how it goes down more so than anything. So now we need stuff that is really beneficial off of mana. The problem is we don't have anything here beneficial off of mana. However, this creates skulls. So I kind of want to roll with this. Gosh, can we get anything that actually is good with mana? This is very problematic. Because if we don't have anything that uses mana properly, we're not going to be able to actually build a proper team. Let's see. Why is all of our options so bad? I guess I take one of these two just to cover green. I guess I go Naga Trap. Which is another Devour option with like a small damage poke. A really small damage poke though. What color are we missing? None. Well, after we take yellow, none. Okay. Because I was planning to take a Snowy Owl anyways. So, what on earth is this team? I guess we put Naga Trap in the first slot, put that there, and that's our team. I slightly want to put that in front of it, though. In hopes that we can kind of get something going. Also, I just realized, boosted by my souls, we can potentially get up to 12 skulls off of this. Oh, wait, never mind. We don't have any way to raise our souls, though. I forgot. Your ability itself does not raise the souls. So never mind. 8's going to be all you're going to be able to do. We're going to try it this way and see what happens. Snowy Owl on last slot's a bit weird, though. Alright, there we go. This is a really weird team, but it should be good enough to work. Shiny, happy people. It's just a rare thing. Kind of like foil cards. Actually, Gems of War used to have shinies in it. Like gold cards that you could get as drops. It was retired after about 6 months into the game. I wish they would have brought some kind of system for that. But basically, they were just rare cards that you could get that just had a cosmetic border. That basically showed they were special. And that's basically the same thing in Pokemon. They're basically the same thing. They're super really low odds things that you can end up getting. That just kind of show that they're rarer. While having like slight cosmetic change. And that's basically what Gems of War used to have too. I'm not sure why they retired it. Because there's a really fun mechanic. But for whatever reason, they completely got rid of the mechanic, which I still to this day do not understand. For one, why they got rid of it, and for two, why something has not come back that is similar to it. Also, I just realized a slight problem with my team. I have no actual damage source. I put my real damage source in first slot. So now, if we don't have a Wildcard Devourer, we basically have no damage whatsoever, which means I should probably just go repick our team. Because we have a really weird situation where we are like ultra skull dependent, but also incapable of actually using skulls because we keep converting them. This is a very strange circumstance. The main thing I need to do on the next battle is not put our main damage source in first slot, because it's our main consistent way of actually doing damage when there's no skulls around. Which is kind of problematic if we just get rid of them all. How on earth did the other one not get full mana there? I'll take that down for now. We could try for a red off the sky. Hey, now it's impossible to get red off the sky. Good thing we didn't try earlier. But yeah, this team kind of works. Just structured a bit weird. Also, we have not hit a single Devour yet, despite how many wild cards we've had. It has a base chance of 10%, plus 10% for every wild card, which is a decent sizable amount, yet we still have not rolled it a single time. I just realized he's blocking me on red. That's kind of bad. We'll take a purple for now. Let him skull us, which is actually perfectly fine. I actually need him to kill that, so he's not blocking my mana anymore. Also, taking it that way gives us basically guarantee surge, which is nice. Unfortunately, we don't get to do as much skull damage this way. I think we still do it, though. I also kind of wanted to do this into red and just hope we get lucky. Did not get lucky. What's your ability to do again? Destroy all skulls, gain 2 life and armor, boosted by my skulls destroyed. Not really worth it. Your boost ratio is so low that even in arena, you're useless. That's how bad you... That's a good sign you have a horrifically bad boost ratio. Is if even in arena, your ability is useless, you know you're absolutely awful. Because there should almost be no circumstance where your ability is useless in arena with a boost ratio. That's a really good sign your boost ratio is just way too horrific to ever bother using. Okay, this team can work. I might just leave it as is. It's a very weird team, but it's a weird team that can get the job done. There's just no other way we can really put Nagatrop somewhere, because I need the other 3 to hold the line. Because we need Centurion to do its thing and hopefully finally get a Devour, which it keeps refusing to do. We need this as our main mana accumulator, and we need this to create skulls and backup summon. So we kind of need everything else to already be where they are. It's just kind of problematic that this thing dies the second they look at it. It just dies way too easily. Okay, we unfortunately did not get a skull off the sky. We also did not get a green off the sky. We will eventually get something useful off the sky. It's only a matter of time. I am going to go for this. This is an 8 damage poke with a 25% chance to devour, and if we hit a Naga, it's even higher. However, we will not be hitting a Naga. However, we will be hitting something, and that will still have a 25% chance to devour. I can also just kill us first slot. Though I also just kind of want to devour the egg. We got it! Nice! That's a huge devour. Unfortunately, we don't get any additional attack, but we do gain all the durability we need to not die. That was kind of lucky then. 25% roll there. Let's go do a Centurion, and actually, we'll take the yellow first. We'll take the other yellow. We'll then go and skull poke him just to make sure he dies. Okay, this battle went way smoother than the other one. I could go and actually get his mana right back up. I'm mostly just doing this to restructure the board, so I can then go and poke him down. We could try for another Devour. The chance of that happening is very low. Unfortunately, did not get it. It's worth a shot, though. Also, these Doom Skulls are devastating when it actually gets a Doom Skull spawn. That's a lot of damage. Because if it does Doom Skull, that's potentially 40 damage, meaning whatever it touches will die. The problem with that is that also means Nagatrop will probably die, but luckily we have a backup summon to kind of make sure that whatever backfire they do doesn't actually kill us, which actually works insanely good in Arena. I never really thought about how good Inferno Machine is, though this might also be the first time we've ever really had the chance to draft it. But Inferno Machine is actually pretty good, because summoning a Iron Jaw basically makes sure that whatever backfire it has will not get hit. And it can potentially do up to 40 damage when it does the 8's Doom Skull. That's not even counting whatever your base attack is. Even if you had 0 attack in your first slot, it could still do 80 damage if it does Doom Skull instead of normal skull. Of course, normal skull does substantially less damage. It's still a decent handful, nonetheless. Okay, what do we need here? We'll try for Skull off the Sky. Taking red just kind of gets Centurion. We still have gotten 0 Devours off of Centurion this entire time, which is kind of unfortunate. I assume he will eventually land it, though at this rate, probably not. We'll take a brown and hope it surges. I could also take a red and hope it surges, but that gives them skull over there, so we'll take that one. So we'll go take a brown. We can take a skull here if we want to. It's a doom skull one, so I will actually take it as much as I want to convert it. And here's a free skull, so I definitely have to take it. There's some free yellow, so I definitely have to take it. I'm tempted to do this on the green, however nothing actually uses green. If I do this in Turrigan right now, it does not actually have alignment on anything. Just trying to double check that statement, and yes, it doesn't. It'll get a lot of mana, but not all the mana. So I'm actually going to destroy purple and probably target yellow. It seems like a bit of a weird choice, but I'm trying to get a recast on it. Which unfortunately it doesn't. Alright, this board is very bad, so I'm just going to take a yellow and hope to kind of get what we need. I might just hit the most populated color, though I'm actually going to do it on the blue here. Just to make sure we have the backup summon hit. Oh, he's going to get a lot of blue out of it, but we can still make it work. So we're going to take this blue over there just to kind of move it. Those skulls over there we'll keep as is. I was hoping we'd get a brown cascade there. We didn't, though. We still have the yellow kind of going on. So I can still convert that for full yellow mana. So I'm going to do that. That then allows us to recast if we want. Though we can also go for a really big poke. How much damage is that? That's 17 damage. That's not enough to kill. Ever so barely it's not enough. So I'm going to do this and hope it does kill. No! That's a huge miss. That's a huge, huge miss. Okay, we got extra turn skull there at least. So we're still more ahead than we were, oddly enough, even though we just missed there. Decently hard. We do not have a guarantee extra turn anywhere, so I think we just remove something once again and just kind of do this on the blue. This seems to be working out pretty well. So we'll keep doing it to blue. Centurion does have alignment. Please devour already. You're allowed to devour at least once. You can't go the entire, I almost said Guild Wars. You can't go the entire arena cycle and not devour a single time. I know his base rate's only 10%, but still. Like, if he was to do it right now, he'd have a 40% chance. Okay, now it'd be a 30% chance. That's still pretty sizable. After how many times he's actually casted. I'm going to go for skulls first here, though, before I do that. Oh, no, he got the extra turn skull. Luckily, it does the meat shield, so it kind of blocks itself. He also luckily didn't have enough damage there. I think we do go for convert, though we do not have any guarantee extra turn, so I kind of want to go for a skull poke first, let him do his doubling, and kind of go from there. So he'll do his double, as long as he doesn't kill us here. He did! No! Okay, we do get a kill back, so it'll be a 2 versus 2, so at least we're evened out in that regard. Oh, no! He just got full mana on everything. That kind of helps, but he's getting so much explosion, then we died! No! Gosh, that thing actually got really good value. That's normally a pretty bad troop. Pro tip, tanks go in first slots. Well, what's our tank? We don't really have a proper tank. This has to not be in first. This will, if it dies, we will lose. So we kind of have to keep that there. Because we don't have a proper tank. Like this, if it could get a Devourer, would be a proper tank. The problem is, so far, we have not gotten a single Devourer. This thing off of 25% has gotten more Devourers than this thing off of 10 to like 50% chance. It just refuses to do so. Like, if he would Devour, I would put him in first slot. But he refuses to get a single Devourer this entire arena run. Despite how many times we've casted him. There we go, finally. Now, if we knew he would do that, we would put him in first slot. Unfortunately, that is the first time he's gotten a Devourer in, like, 10 casts. Let's see. We'll take a green here. The Naga's still alive, so we might as well try feeding it mana. Unfortunately, it's not alive anymore. It was alive. Very briefly. I just realized, but there's a Naga there. We could have actually went for extra Devour rate on it. And that should be matched as long as it doesn't backfire. And we're... Oh, no, I forgot. The summon actually gets to attack off the skulls. Whoops. What's our best way to win, then? I guess do this and then convert to blue. Oh, wait, is this enough to kill? No, it wouldn't be. There's no skulls on the board. So we're going to do this to blue. And as long as this doesn't go horribly wrong, this should just be the win. But there's a small chance we lose here. Nope, that's the win. There we go. I just need 2 more. Oh, so hello, King. Welcome. But yeah, 1 more death. That's kind of scary because this team's definitely not the greatest. We're almost on a flawless... well, we're currently on flawless no death, no repick arena this week. Hopefully we'll go all the way. Though if we do die, I'm probably going to start repicking. But until we do, we'll keep going. No repick. No reroll. Because we're currently on a line to do it. Though we did finally get our first loss, but it's not a double loss, so it's technically not a loss. Though if you're counting like true flawless, we technically failed true flawless, where you don't even lose a single time. Well, we haven't double lost yet, which is the main thing that matters. Ooh, that's a big miss. I should have cast his ability first for the damage poke, knowing how much he likes to die instantly. Oh, you just got to devour. Wow. As soon as I said he never devours, he devours like a billion times now. Also, the rate that he'll devour here is so absurdly high, which is exactly why he got it. Nice. I was going to say exactly why he didn't get it, but no, he actually did get it. Luckily. I should have just taken Skull there. That doesn't matter. One more Skull poke and we're pretty much good to go. Unfortunately, we're also kind of within close death range. He doesn't have enough damage to really pressure it too much. Or, he's sure trying to, though. Okay, we're going to do this on blue, and then we should pretty much just win. Unless we don't extra turn, in which case we don't. I'll try to devour him. And we actually got it. Wow. I said he like never devours, and he just got like 3 or 4 devours that time. I think it was 3. And let's do that again, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, Centurigon's okay in Arena. It's pretty inconsistent. It's not bad, though. It doesn't have super high attack until after its first devour, though. Its attack is pretty average prior, which is one of the other reasons I don't really want to put it in the first slot. Its attack's just a little underwhelming prior to its first devour. Speaking of which, does he have any Nagas? He does not. I kind of want to devour his first slot if we can, or pressure it down. Unfortunately, no devour. Because that's going to be annoying once it starts rolling. I can try for this again. It's not really going to do too much for us, so I'm just going to go for skulls and then convert, because we should be able to get a much better value from that. I kind of want to do it again, but we just destroyed all the wild cards. I think I just poke his first slot and go for skulls on it. Hope for devour, didn't get it. Take a skull just to make sure he dies before our first slot dies. Also, you just lowered my attack. How could you? Let's see. I guess I just want to create skulls here. Hope it aligns, and it does. And then we go convert them all again. And then we try something. Maybe devour? Come on, 25%. You'll get it eventually. Also, we have 0 attack now. However, I still need these skulls on the board. Oh, in all fairness, we both have 0 attack now, technically. So I actually want to try devouring this while he has a 0 attack. I should have taken the red first. Whoops. I didn't need it, but nor did he. Oh gosh, the Doom Skulls. At least we can attack with skulls now, if nothing else, until he brings that down to 0 attack as well. Which is definitely possible. And very annoying. Luckily, we can just keep resummoning. Oh no, that's not enough damage because of the attack reduction. Oh, that's funny. That's kind of funny. Luckily, this thing's for attack is actually seeming kind of high, given how much he just keeps disabling us. Though we have just gotten into a weird stalemate, I just realized, because I haven't killed his last slot. So now we're in a super weird situation where I have to kill down his entire team. But the problem is his entire team is something that's going to be super annoying. So I might ultimately win this, but at what cost? Oh gosh, you can't target, can you? No, you just gain durability. So this is problematic. This is slightly problematic because the rate of our damage is kind of weird now. We kind of can hope for a random devour on him, I guess. Like, we have the win condition. It just that's a very slow win condition. I kind of want to convert right here because I'm kind of scared what will happen if we don't, and I really need to devour. So let's go feed him a bunch of red. Because I don't want to create Doom Skulls and have our Centurion die, because Centurion's kind of like our last hope to not lose. Because he has no damage, but I also have no damage. I'm the only one who can create damage in this battle. So as long as we play it safe, we actually won't lose. Though we can actually still die if we don't get a devour very soon. Let's see. Okay, I'm about to just do this into brown, I think. Which is a color I normally wouldn't do in this context, but we kind of need mana really badly. Please devour already. We just need to roll 10% and hope it hits the last slot. Though we need to hit, like, literally anything. Ideally, one of his last 2 slots, though. This is still very winnable. It's just going to be a very, very, very weird win. To say the least. I want to create skulls so bad. The problem is if it creates Doom Skulls and it misses, we lose. If it creates skulls and we miss, it's not as bad. That would actually be very helpful. But the problem is a Doom Skull miss, just all we auto lose on. So I have to not do it and just play this super, super slow. I don't actually take skulls. We both don't need skulls. Oh, I just gave him Doom Skull setup though. No! Okay, we might have to do the other thing. Hold up. We might actually have to. So he'll hit for 0 here. That's fine. Ideally, I want to take mana here, though we can't really do it that efficiently. Take the yellow there. Okay, kind of have to do this to make sure we have a meat shield. Otherwise, he's going to kill the other thing. Luckily, it's just normal skulls, so we can't really do anything out of it. Got to make sure that thing gets devoured before it dies. Oh, I should have taken brown there. Whoops. It's still very winnable, though. As dire as this seems, this is still extremely winnable. I just need you to devour already. It's just, he's in a really... Oh, I took that the wrong way. Let me do this into red, though. I think we're fine. We do that into red. You then cast. I just need these wild cards to actually trigger. Though he just denied every single one on the board. Okay, you need to go cast so we have meat shields. We then go convert everything. You need to get a devour already. I need full mana before I do the setup. Unfortunately, that's not full mana. I can still try, though. I'm still going to try for that. Oh, that's a big miss. No! We're actually going to lose this one. I don't think it's winnable now. We actually died to Anibite Warrior. What a way to lose. We died to mass summon Anibite Warrior. I'm not sure that's ever been the reason we definitively lost a battle. It's definitely been a contributing factor before, but I don't think we've ever lost it entirely to that. Though in all fairness, it's actually Warhound that's actually been more of a threat, I would say. Because if it was just him, we wouldn't have lost. It's just him with Warhound that has been a very pressing issue this battle. Though despite our current situation, this is actually still very much winnable. It would just be a very, very weird win. But this is still very exceedingly winnable. I'm just not sure we want to spend the time to try to win this battle. Because ultimately, it's just going to be a bunch of Iron Jaws versus whatever on Earth his team's going to be. Like, it's basically a stalemate where he can't lose, but we also can't lose. But we're trying to win and not lose. Because at this point, my concern isn't losing necessarily. It's winning in an amount of time that is sane. Because we could easily win this if we had infinite time. The problem is we could be here for the next hour and maybe still not win this battle. Which, for obvious reasons, is probably a reason to retreat very soon. Though I kind of almost want to go all the way. It's just realistically not viable to do so. Because we basically, with 0 attack, have to kill an entire enemy team that has full AoE armor boosting. With only skulls. Which, for the obvious reason, trying to win a skull face-off with barely any skull damage while he keeps doing tanks and gaining armor is probably a really bad idea. I kind of want to do it, though. Although if we don't win in, like, the next, like, 10 minutes, we're probably giving up. Like, if we don't seem like we progressed any further than where we currently are right now, would probably be grounds to give up. But for now, I kind of want to do it because we can. I don't have any other plans tonight. We'll do it. Though if it seems like it's going a bit too long, we will just kind of give up. Like, if we're still at this exact same stalemate in like 5 to 10 minutes, at like the end of the hour, there's probably time to call it in. But if it seems like we're actually chipping him down with any amount of progress, we will probably keep going. The problem is we are making like 0 progress right now on doing such a thing. Oh yeah, that's a huge progress. Oh, that's huge. The value. Unfortunately, he's valuing us back. The value. This is super winnable. This is super, super winnable. Okay, problem. I can't take like any good mana. And he keeps doing that. His armor just keeps going up. And we keep not doing Doom Skulls. When we do Doom Skulls, it seems like we have a chance. If it consistently always did Doom Skulls, I think we'd be fine. The problem is more so that it doesn't. But yeah, I think we are literally in a position where neither of us can die. Like, there's no way we lose, but there's also no way we win. Let's see. I'll take that over. Oh, who's sick? I didn't see the other comment. My bad. Hope everyone gets better soon. Oh, Genki, I hope you get... You didn't say you were sick earlier. Hope you're getting better. Let's see. Someone said that the rewards for Arena are not worth it. That is correct. Are they, as they could get more of the same stuff by just playing instead? Is this true? Yes. You should pretty much never do Arena. To enough of a degree that we're just retreating this. Unfortunate. One loss beforehand. Okay, let's do repick so we don't get an awful team like that again. If our team seems too horrible. Well, let's go back. But yeah, Arena payout is pretty underwhelming. I still do it just for the change of pace though. It's like the only time we ever bother doing Arena. You still get the 3 drafts every single time, or the 3 re-rolls, or not the 3 re-rolls. What am I trying to say? The 3 extra offers every single day, and in case those are like Imperial or War Coins or something you actually need, it can be useful. Also, we're about to run a Black Beast team, so we can run at the speed of light rather than the glacial pace that we're just doing. What is the best stats to go take? Because we're just going to take something based on literally its stat lines and not care about any other factor for the most part. Though I might take it. Having a nice HP burst could be nice, but then again, Heronef would be the most useful one then, if we're basing it purely on stats and nothing else. And then we'll grab something else based on stats and nothing else, which at this point is probably Creeper. Okay, I have built a 1-unit team. So I'm going to put Grand Inquisitor in first slot. So I technically built a 2-unit team. The whole plan of this team is Grand Inquisitor will tank and take good skull damage. Black Beast will devour my entire team, including eventually Grand Inquisitor. And our entire team is just 1 Black Beast. The Grand Inquisitor is just there to make sure we don't die before Black Beast gets going. But this is quite literally a 1-unit team. That's running technically a 2-unit squad. Because technically we have 2 viable units, Grand Inquisitor and Black Beast. Whereas before we had 0 valuable units. But now we actually have a team. So our main goal is to take ideally brown and green primarily. Though our other colors of interest are red and yellow. Actually, those are literally all the colors that we only use. Because the other ones don't. Actually, technically we use... No, we don't use blue because they end up replacing out the other thing. So we're just going to poke... If Grand Inquisitor dies, it doesn't actually matter. He's mostly just there to hold down the line a little bit. But him dying is not a big deal, as our main primary goal is to get Black Beast rolling. So basically, we poke again. We then start devouring our team based on their stats. So we'll take you first because you have slightly higher attack. And basically, we just keep devouring out our team. And by the time we have died on Grand Inquisitor, we would then have a single Black Beast ready to go destroy their whole team, and that's pretty much the whole goal that we're going for right now. And we can also devour Grand Inquisitor at any time we wish to start doing additional damage. Like, for example, if that battle was going too slow, we could just devour Grand Inquisitor, and then we would have high damage, because he would no longer be there anymore. When does Genki sleep? She seems like she's always on at night. Because I know she does those nightly streams that I'm normally, like, almost never on for. Like, if I'm going to bed, like, super, super late, I'll occasionally see her, like, starting the stream. And it's like, oh, okay, there she is. But normally I can't catch them because it's at a time that's just so hard for me to catch. But I do slightly question your sleep schedule sometimes. It's about as weird as mine. No problem, Genki, all good. Yeah, sometimes I find it hard to keep up with chat when there's a bunch of different conversations going on. But you're free to have your conversations, though. I just find it hard to follow sometimes because I'll miss like one important line and then I'll be like out of the loop of the entire conversation. Let's see. I'll take that over there. We'll grab the other skull over. Okay, we're currently entangled. This means we actually don't want to cast Black Beast. While you are entangled, you cannot gain attack. And now that we're not entangled, we can now go gain attack. And now our second Devourer would likely want to be on Grand Inquisitor itself. The main reason for this is it would speed up the rate at which we can kill. Which is kind of weird given that we're getting rid of 2 of our manas and our primary damage source. But it's mostly because Black Beast will then one-shot literally everything it touches. So like right here, he has 0 attack, so we don't want that obviously. So our best bet is just to kill him. And now we have 15 attack. And now all we need to do is just grab a skull. Unfortunately, board does not really want to give us a skull, so maybe just go get rid of his Entangler option. Get down that. And now one more skull will kill. Actually, we did not have enough attack to kill him, but that's mostly because the thing we devoured had Entangle on it. Normally, in most circumstances, we would have enough attack there. But the Entangle on... because if the other thing is entangled, we also gain 0 attack. You can't gain attack while you're entangled, but also, obviously, the thing that you devour while it is entangled also has 0 attack for the duration. Meaning that you're devouring something that at the time of devour has 0 attack, so you don't gain any attack, unfortunately. Let's see. I'll take a red over. Try getting Black Beast rolling. Go from there. Do we have anything else we can really take there? Not really. So we'll go and... what do we want here? We'll go take a purple over there. Just to kind of move something. Take a skull, just poke him. Ideally, we want to get Grand Inquisitor here to tank for us before he dies. Before he finds a way to actually successfully do so. I guess we'll just kill his team from the top and work our way down. I kind of keep forgetting that we do get the extra boost ratio from every White Helm troop. We could have technically just drafted a bunch of White Helm troops, but the second I saw Black Beast, I knew we had to go all in Black Beast. Though I think we had another Yellow Divine that we could have done to actually increase his damage some, which I probably should have taken. Because I believe we had access to Priestess instead of Creeper, which I didn't end up taking because of its color. However, it might have actually been a good idea to take just to increase Grand Inquisitor's damage for the earlier game, just to make sure it can actually get some one-shots. It's not too big a deal, but it could have helped. Okay, anyways, we need Grand Inquisitor to cast one more time, ideally. It's not too big a deal if it doesn't, though it likely means it will die. Which mostly just means we get to just start doing Black Beast Devour damage early. But it also means we don't get as much value overall. But this is still very winnable. Just take that over, get a Skull Poke, Devour our last and only unit remaining in order to build the final team. So now our team is now complete. One single Black Beast. The only thing we need, a singular Black Beast to win it all. The only problem is he has Barrier, and this team is, this troop, I should say, or the team of one, is a little bit bad against Barrier. Also, for whatever reason, it was changed at one point, but Black Beast used to not be able to actually get its heal when it was the only one remaining. It actually, since about as of a couple years ago, is capable of doing its heal. I don't think this was ever in the patch notes, but it was changed at one point. So now you can just heal off of its ability, even when it's the only unit left. It's one of the reasons why this works. Even before then, it was still kind of viable, but now it can also full heal every time it casts, even if there's no target. Before, it needed a target in order to get heal, but now it just does it whenever it feels like it. Just casting simply does the full heal, which is ridiculously strong. Okay, let's go take that over. Start getting Grand Inquisitor rolling. Get all of his mana. So allow him to tank. He unfortunately was not able to tank well enough last time around. That wasn't too big a deal. We still easily won. But it did lead to Black Beast being exposed a little bit earlier than we wanted to, because ideally we want to kill Grand Inquisitor with Devour before he actually dies in most situations, as that would be the most ideal way to get the highest amount of value. And he died before we could do anything. Even a Black Beast Devour. We'll go for a Skull Poke here. It would maybe make sense to go for Devour first, but I do kind of just want to get the little bit of pressure poke in case this kind of situation occurs. We are in a potential death situation. I need one more Black Beast. As long as we get that down, I think we're fine. However, we are kind of far away from getting another full mana. If I take blue here, we die. Do I not have any cast? Because that is very problematic. Oh, we don't die, but we take a lot of damage. What's your damage again? If he hits enough skulls, which he's almost guaranteed going to do, we die. That is very problematic. He did. No, we can't win off a creeper. Nope, he killed us. He got us. If there wasn't a Doom Skull on the board, I think we actually would have lived that. But he saw the Doom Skull. He went for the Doom Skull. Oh gosh, 450? That's way deeper than one cycle. How far are you going in the arena then? That is a lot of arena done. Alright, that previous battle went a little bad. However, this one should go way better. This is a much stronger start. This is substantially stronger than the previous start. Probably even going to get a second Grand Inquisitor here. Get a Black Beast on our final slot before it dies. Throw down... what do we need here? I want to try for Skull for Sky. We also get yellow off it. However, we have to take a Skull Poke in order to do this, or to receive one. Which is not ideal, but it's fine. I'm going to overkill for only 1 damage there, just because we do not have really any way to do small pokes, which was really an issue the other battle that we were just in. And ultimately the reason why we lost. Okay, so Black Beast is ready to go. And now we just win. Good old Black Beast. The one troop army. You can build it in real teams as well. Even though it's primarily used for arena, you can build a real team around Black Beast. It's just normally not viable compared to just running Iron Gut. Because why devour your own team when you can 100% ratio devour the enemy team? So for the most part, once you have Iron Gut, you basically never run Black Beast again. But Black Beast is basically Iron Gut, but it devours your team instead of the enemy team, is one way to think of it, while also having a full heal mechanic. Which obviously isn't as ideal, because obviously why devour your own team when you could devour the enemy? But that's basically what it is. It's just Iron Gut, but it devours your team instead of the enemy team. It's basically just what Black Beast is. Which is obviously weaker, but for an ultra rare is still a pretty strong ability to have. As it's basically just condensing your stats onto one unit. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Let's see. I'll take that over. Grab our other brown over there. Get our Black Beast. But I need to get better at reading chat quicker. I've always been so slow at reading. That has never not been the case. Speaking of which, you just reminded me of something. What's the reminder? Did I miss that message too? No, I'm pretty sure I didn't yet. That one I didn't. Let's see. What do we need here? I'll take that over. Oh, I should take a brown actually there. I'll take the other brown. But I've always been such a ridiculously slow reader. It's one thing I've always been bad at streaming, even though we've been doing this for, what, 6 years now? 7 years? I'm starting to lose track. I should probably figure it out because the 6 or 7 year anniversary of the channel is very soon. It is actually in April. April 23rd, I believe it is. I could look up the exact date. It's somewhere around there. Leonis Tower is invulnerable. No lethal damage. But casting Sacrifice on it will kill it, yes. Sacrifice traits bypass it. There's also an HP removal trait in this game that actually bypasses barrier as well. Which is kind of funny because the troop also places barrier on the troop. But yeah, there's a few that bypass it. And killing your own team does bypass insta-kill. Devouring your own team counts for Devour immune. But insta-killing your own team will bypass the insta-kill immunity. Most of them do. I think there is a few exceptions, but like, for example, using Sacrifice Troop, the troop Sacrifice will kill through it. Oh! I almost didn't take it. We got Imperial, the thing we're actually looking for. Now, this is why I actually do the arena event. Like, if there was any reason, it is this. Theoretically, this would also be the reasoning behind doing arena every single day, though I can't bother doing that. Some people do, I personally don't. But this is the reason why you do it. An Imperial for 450 gems. Even for 500, I'd take that. Even for a little over 500, I'd probably take that. They're just such good value. But yeah, we actually got what we were looking for. Okay, let's go do one more arena run, and we'll end it with that final run, because we actually would have already been done, but we accidentally failed one of those runs. So let's just run one more arena run, and that'll be the last one we do for tonight. Let's see. We technically would have already been done if we didn't fail that other run, though. Deal 10 damage to an enemy if they're boss, gain 6 life. I mean, just gain 6 life, but always. That's not one that's really... Oh, wait, this is the one that auto wins, isn't it? Steal 6 life from an enemy, boosted by my life. This one starts to go really out of control if you put him in second slot. A mana accumulator? Destroy a row and column, gain a bunch of gold, boosted by red gems destroyed. Oh, you're only for gaining gold, though. I could have sworn you created gems. I was thinking of the other one. There's a different merchant that creates gems. I think we grab Chimera just because of how much damage he does. It used to be used a lot more back in the day. It's not as good in Arena these days, though it's still a pretty solid ultra rare pick. I need a way to make you work better. I think we just get Dire Boar. I think we get Dire Boar. Hits the first 2 enemies, while also destroying a row. This other one does a lot of mana accumulation, but it doesn't really do much beyond that mana accumulation. I'd rather just have Dire Boar. And to cover every color, I guess we just take Ship Cannon. It's kind of a no-brainer there. Okay, who's our first slot? I think we have to put Dire Boar in first, just so it dies. Vlad in second to tank, and Ship Cannon to backline tank. Alright, that's our team. Alright, that's a pretty decent team, actually. Not the best team we could have gotten. We only have one auto-win troop, and it's in second slot. But it covers every color. And it does everything that it needs to do, so it's fine. The only thing we're really missing is a really good proper mana accumulator. Technically our boar can mana accumulate, but then we have literally none as it dies. But hopefully it'll survive long enough that we can actually use it for some... Oh, we just got full mana on everything. Use it for some amount of mana accumulation. Oh, that's definitely some amount of mana accumulation. Okay, we'll take that down. That brings him to kill range so I can go kill it all the way. What do you boost ratio off of? Oh, literally nothing. Never mind. Though you still have a pretty good ability, though. Kind of makes sense that you don't have a boost ratio. That'll auto hit strongest. We done ship cannon a few times, which is a really good way to get past barrier, which a lot of our drafts recently have been really struggling with, though this team has a lot of ways to deal with barrier. We could destroy some to get it. We could do the poke off the cast. We got the coverage for it, luckily, this time around, compared to not having it for several times now. We're going to do this to try for a red off the sky. Did not get it, nor to skull off the sky. He's got barrier again, but we do have enough ways to remove it. That's not as big a deal as it has been. So let's take a green for now. He'll poke us. Oh, no, that's actually enough to kill, though. Oh, gosh, he's actually gaining enough attack that could actually be slightly problematic. Chimera is going to be able to chip him down, though, which is really nice. So over time, he's just going to die. Worst comes to worst, you also have some armor that you can end up using and then just kind of kill him out off the cast there. However, at this point, worst comes to worst, he will just die to bleed. I mean, not to bleed, to poison, I mean. And at this point, he's going to die to burn, or to skull. There we go. But yeah, this team will definitely get it done. There's no way we're going to lose with this. The only thing that can really take us down is a really heavy skull burst very quickly, like Doom Skull-related skulls. Like, they need to have a really heavy skull burst to kill this team out. Because if they kill through our first 2 units, we lose. Because we have, like, no team behind it. But the chance of that happening is pretty unlikely. Especially if we can actually get a cast to steal some life initially off of that. The fact our first law has no mana is kind of unfortunate. Alright, that's going to kill out the other one. So we only have 1 unit to deal with, and it's in 1-shot range of a skull. But yeah, there's got to be some really easy wipes. I kind of want to move this. I want to keep this here, but there's no other move I could take. Like, ideally, I want to pass my turn because I want him to go move it to the left. I mean, to the right, or, you know, so we could get the skull follow-up. But, there's no way we could do it while passing our turn. So let's do it that way. Also, hello, Supernova. How many troops have the same sound file in casting and dying? Oh, way too many. Way too many. They reuse a lot of sounds in this game, which makes sense. Like, paying for, like, that many sounds for, like, literally 1,000 troops to all have unique sounds. Like, it makes sense that a lot of them are reused, though I wish they would get a few more. Because I do feel like some of them are a bit overly used. I do wish they would do that. That, and I really wish they would give more custom music into the game. A lot of sound-related stuff there don't really do that often. Like, visual stuff, they do pretty good on. But as far as sounds... They don't tend to really put too many more sounds in the game, newer ones. I wish they would. Though in all fairness, I'm pretty sure they have data on how many people have the game muted. And it is probably very high. Even just based on our streams. Actually, based on how many people we still have left. I know it's towards the end of the stream, but I kind of want to make a poll. I want to create a poll. Do you mute the sound in the game? Or in Gems of War? Do you mute the sound in Gems of War? Only the music. Only the music. Only the sound effects. All sounds. All sound on. All sound off. Or all sound off, I should probably put first, based on how the question is worded. All sound on. Because I play with all sound on. But I feel like that's not the majority. I feel like that might actually be the minority of people. But there, let's go ask. I think I typed that all correctly. We'll find out in a moment. But yeah, go answer that poll real quick. I'm actually really curious. I almost want to do that poll again another time. Just to see if the data shifts a little bit. Also, that better not die to death mark. But yeah, do you mute the sound in Gems of War? Only the music, only the sound effects, all of the sound off, or all sound on. I play with all sound on, but I'm pretty sure that's not a majority. Though off stream, I sometimes completely mute it. Though normally I do play with all sound on, even off stream. Oh gosh, the all sound off is already at 73%. How many votes does it have? 15 votes, and all sound off is at a overwhelming majority. Also, one thing that I'm kind of interested on. Oh yeah, never mind. The way I worded that, never mind, that makes sense. I was going to say, who would play with only the music but not sound effects on? But I worded it in a weird way where saying only the music makes sense. Because I asked if you're muting that part. So that's actually a little bit confusing, though it doesn't matter. The main thing I wanted to know, and it is overwhelmingly, all sound off. Which I had a feeling I was in the minority there. But that's probably the main reason why they haven't added more sound, which is kind of disappointing. Like better sounds for stuff. Because they probably have data on it, and I wouldn't be surprised if our poll is pretty accurate to the entirety of the game. Where like 2 and 3 people have just all sound always off. And they probably have the exact data on, you know, the breakdown for it. So they see the data and it's like, why on earth would we ever make more sound? Like, why would we make the sound design better if like more than half the player base is just playing without sound? So that's probably why they have not bothered adding more sounds. Because they have that data. Because they have a lot of data tracking in the game, and I would assume that is one of the data points that is tracked. The amount of people that play with and without sound. And they see that data point and it's like, oh, we're never going to do more sound design then. Or very minimal. Because Nomapalooza is like the last time we ever got like any new sounds in the game. And it was just a music track. It wasn't like character sound effects or anything. Let's see. I'll take that over. Yeah, I do keep sound pretty low. Like, this is where I currently have the settings for it. Like, look at how low that is. Like, I have it on, but I have it on, like, super, super low. I'm not sure if you can even hear it in the background of some of my streams and videos, even though I always have it on. I have it low enough that it you know, the audio is still kind of there, but I have it set to, like, really absurdly low. But I never turn it off. Unless I'm doing so many multiple things at once, that would just be too much noise to have it on. But I normally keep it on these days. I mean, to turn it off, I mean. But I normally keep it on these days. I should take in that skull first. Because I want to go grab the mana thing. Oh, we only got 1 hit off it, though. The worst possible roll. That's not going to matter. We have way more than enough damage to win. We could play this team horribly and still win. Let's see. And I'll just take it out. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is that. Did we get a good offer here? No. Okay, only 1 good offer today. Actually, what were my offers today? Oh, I did get the clan offer thing. I can go give some more guildmate gifts to my guild. Also, we got 2 event keys from that. Nice. And an Imperial. It cost us 450 gems, but picking up an Imperial there still kind of made it worth it, if nothing else. But anyways, guys, does anyone else have any other questions or anything else you want me to go over? Otherwise, I believe we will call it there. We will be back tomorrow night to go finish out the last Guild War day of the week, which is the color of, I have no clue, green. So we'll be doing Green Guild War Day tomorrow night. We'll also be going over all the weekly spoilers, and we'll be going and finishing up the arena event, which I guess we will finish, question mark. We're definitely going to do like 3-ish more battles, at least go get those writs. So maybe we'll just do up to those writs. That'd be 4 more arena runs. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for the orb, but we might do 4 more arena runs because we're going to do 3 anyways, and we'll do a 4th one to go get the writs. And I think that's as far as we're going to bother going. Because I'm probably not going to do an additional 5 after that just to get the orb. It's not that worth it. Because 5 more is going to take like an hour. And an hour just for 1 single orb just really is not worth the time. But I'll do it for the 60 writs if nothing else. Because 3 of them are going to be the rolls for the daily offer thing anyways. And then that final one's going to be the only one we have to go out of our way for. And it's mostly because we lost that one battle. I think we actually would have had enough points if we won that one previous run. But unfortunately, we did lose it. So we are going to have to do an extra one tomorrow then. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by as always. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. And I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And as I mentioned, we'll be back tomorrow night. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, as we do every single night. Catch you guys then, and enjoy your weekend. Goodbye, everyone.